Good morning, it's Sunday morning and yeah, a bit quiet. Got myself a hot sausage roll, taking the wife to work, she works, and yeah. Not sure what we can actually do this morning because it's, as I said, still a bit early, so I don't want to make grounding noises and all that sort of stuff. So we've got some electrical stuff that we could look at and wire in, so yeah, let's go and have a look at that. Okay, yes, we are going to get rid of this switch panel because obviously one, it's too far away from the seat and IVAs and all this sort of stuff, but for now, I've got it here. We've wired in the two switches now, so we've basically got the, give it a second. Don't know if you can hear that. That's the water pump going for the main radiator system. And that's the charge cooler. Yeah! And that's our power steering pump as well, which only works when the ignition's on, I think. Okay, I switched on to some more wiring. We've got the big old wiring line that comes to the front here, goes all the way across the other fuse box. Had the old ABS unit down here. That's what this all wiring is. Just all the ABS wiring, which obviously is gone now when I haven't got it, so I'm hoping that nothing is needed for the ECU. I've just found out that the ABS sensors go directly to the ABS pump / ECU, so it seemed to. So what we're doing is trooping it all back, see how far we can get back, try and neaten it up a little bit, and yeah, it's chilly though, chilly. Okay, I'm sure other people knew, but there's a whole plug here which was going down to the ABS unit, so once I undid all these wires, that plug came off, and yeah, so it gets rid of one of that. We can then obviously trace that through at some point, or just tuck it behind the dash. Alright, I've neatened all that up, but I stupidly forgot about an extra wire that I'd run ages ago for the power steering signal pump to turn that on, and I've just left that exposed. Luckily, I did leave a couple of wires in the loom, which I didn't know what they were doing, and it had a plug on the end, so we might be able to just reuse that instead of unwrapping it all, but in the end we'll have to unwrap it. Okay, while I'm down this end thinking about things, advice guys, what do you reckon I should do for basically the crankcase vents? They normally went into the inlet manifold, into the, I think they went into this pipe that goes into the turbo sort of thing. I've replaced it with a silicone hose, so it's got no fittings on it, so I've just left them vented for the moment, so should I try and vent them back in, which would be sensible I suppose, but obviously not much space and fitting fittings and etc., or do we just stick into a vent can or something like that? Simplest and cheapest. It's a Sunday morning, I'm just getting distracted. I was just trying to mount this dash up the way instead of it flopping on the floor, but I just wondered why the rev counter stopped working the other week and I couldn't figure out why, and I just noticed there's a little stop, very hard to see now this, there's a little stop on there to stop the needle, and obviously it's fallen past the needle. So yeah, it doesn't go past 0 because it's hitting the stop. Revs baby, revs! Okay, we just drew up and printed, my daughter did before she went to work, a little adapter for the oil filter, oil filler neck on the car. Do you remember we cut it in half because obviously I can't remember what was in the way, loads of things were in the way, like the bonnet and stuff. So hopefully I'm going to clean this up, JB welded on, see how it lasts. Handy little 3D printers to have. So yeah, this was basically because originally it came out way too far and it was stuck out the front of the car, so basically in the end I expect I could have 3D printed the whole thing, but it's quicker and time less. Let's see if it actually withstands the heat, and we know obviously the bottom bit there that goes onto the engine can withstand the heat because that's standard Subaru stuff. So basically yeah, I built a little adapter, drew it up this morning, gave it to the daughter, she printed it. A couple of hours later, we're in the afternoon, yeah, and that will go in there and I'll show you that, and then we'll take it all off. We'll put a bit of a nail varnish remover, whatever the posh word's called again, I always forget it. Clean it all up and then we'll put some JB Weld on it and see how long it lasts. Acetone, we're going to clean it up with acetone, the old 2 pipes. I did originally try to bend this with a heat gun and it didn't work, it just snapped. There we go. I know it looks a bit weird, or it looks like it might actually come out the front of the car, but it doesn't. Don't forget we've got a big spotlight going on here, and or we're going to have some sort of grill on here as well. to cover all this up. And yeah, the bonnet shuts as well, I've checked all that. Well, we're letting that dry. Maybe could have done with a little bit more JB weld on the bottom bit. The two sections of the pipe were slightly different size, but it all went in, it's gone quite far in. We'll just have to see, won't we? We can always add more, but yeah. Alright, yeah, 3D did put it coming useful. Well, we'll say that. Let's see how it looks. So that's one hole filled up now in the vent, because obviously that was just vent into air. We're getting near the end of the day now, so it might be just a short week update video. And we're having casserole, chicken casserole for tea in the end. I didn't know at the beginning of the video. We do now. For any of the patrons, thank you for supporting me through this endeavour. God, it's been 10 months now on this one. Some of you patrons have been with me longer than that anyway. Yeah, welcome to any new viewers. Let us know what you're having for dinner. If you want to help me in any way, check out the description below. Lots of different ways, but just shouting that advice and hitting the like button normally is a very good start. Okay, I'll just run a bit nastily at the moment. Well, not nasty, more nasty than it was before, but that was the wire to the ABS fuel pump. ABS pump. So we rerouted that to my little fuse box, which is now powering my pumps at the back. So yeah, I've still got obviously work on the dashboard, but I might sort of make some sort of bracket up at some point just to mount this fuse box just for now. Because that powers the earth triggered relays for the fans. Yeah. But still thinking about the dash. I'm thinking of having two sections that are sort of like welded in around the roll cage, because it's always a pain in the ass to try and get your dash to fit around that. So let's make them fixed, two ends here, fixed, panel plate there, and then the main dashboard will then sort of overlap onto that if you sort of mean, you know, joggled or joint or whatever. I'm guessing we need fairly flush screws if we're thinking about the IVA. So I don't know whether to come straight out yet and then straight down, flat, and then with a sort of centre console, or you get some of the old race dash that are just sort of, they just curve basically down, round over the roll cage, and then you have your centre console type bit which mounts the dash on. But anyway, time for the Stella, time to upload this short video. I technically have a day off this week. I'm hoping to try and get some painting done. I want to get the doors painted and then back on, and yeah, even maybe all the rear wings and everything painted. But yeah, got a lot going on, but I've got a day off, so let's just see how that day goes. But yeah, it'd be nice to get those painted at least, because yeah, it'd be nice to give this a bit of a blast.